Hey everybody, thank you for joining in. Tonight we're going to take a look at the IPV6X from Pioneer4You. This was sent over to me from healthcabin.net. You can find healthcabin.net on the web at www.healthcabin.net. Their link will be down below. But like I said, the good folks over there, and I want to say this up front before I get even into the review, that I did have this prior to August 8th. I've had this well over a week now. That's why I'm doing the review onto it now. I feel comfortable that I can actually share my opinions with you guys. I don't just get something and just throw it up there. I like to work with it so I can tell you what the buttons and everything do. So like I said, this was sent over to me. This is the IPV6X. This will go from 10 watts all the way to 215 watts. This will do joules from 10 joules all the way up to 120 joules. This will support nickel, titanium, stainless steel. It has TCR and SX Pure. It'll also support. We'll talk about it more and more as we go down, but why don't we just get up close and personal with this thing and jump down below. So go grab a vape and a drink and meet me down there. Alright, so here we are down below here, and this is the way it comes into here. It says IPV6X. Shows the mod here. On this side here, it just says box mod here, and there's your Pioneer4You logo. On this side here, it tells you, comes in blue, black, or purple. It's got all your China export, please recycle, must be 18, don't vape in a dumpster, so on. And then it has the Pioneer here. On this side here, it tells you that's Pioneer4You, IPV6X, and IPV Technology Limited. It has their phone number, their address. More importantly, it says, caution, this is not a toy. Please use these products responsibly. The mod is intended for use only by persons over the age of 18 and made in China. So let's open it up here. And you get your little certificate of that it's been inspected and it's been stamped. I think that they just run these off a machine. Then you got your leaflet user manual here, which is pretty good illustrated. I mean, the wording seems to be pretty good onto it. It has a breakdown of all what comes into the box, what your different outages, which we'll go over anyways. It tells you how to do the direct charging, different features onto it. Tells you how to put the battery placement in. Gives you the right way and the wrong way there. Pretty cool. Here, your button placement, which we'll go over, and what all it does there for all the different ones that are on the screen here. Then it has your, like I said, it just goes through the different modes, your joule mode, your power mode, temperature control, your TCRs, which we'll go over all of that, SX Pure. Like I said, and then it's got some little tips, and then a thank you from Pioneer4You. And again, it has there just like it does on the back of the box there. So let's get that out of the way. Here's the prize of the moment. Let's see what else is in the box. That's it. You get the box, you get the mod, and you get the data cord. Only because I say data cord, only I don't charge my batteries, but you can charge your batteries, which I'll show you that too on board here, which has got a pretty cool feature onto it. So let's get this out of the way and slide this out. There we go. So let's take a look at the mod here. And let's go with the size here first. It's 88 millimeters from the top to the bottom. It's 42 millimeters going across this way here, and it is 28 millimeters going across this way. So you can get a nice assortment of different atomizers onto there, and it's going to look good. And it is centered, so everything's going to look nice and sweet onto it. It's not too heavy. It's like a zinc alloy, I want to say the body is, but it's feels a little bit more. Yeah, actually, they're about the same heft on for the IPv400. They're about the same with no batteries into it or whatever. And as you can see, they're pretty similar. They moved the screen and the button placement up. This is the 400. This is the 6X. But overall, they're about the same size. This is more towards, like I'm thinking more towards like the 213. I think that's what it was really aimed for. It does take two 18650 batteries, which is not included. You have to get your own. It does have the latest Yeehai chip into there, which is the SX330F6. which is upgradable and allowing unparalleled range, customization, and up-to-date technology. So you can get updates onto that. I don't think you can on the IPV400. Maximum output, this will go from 10 watts to 215 watts. Your joule output range, you can go from 10 joules to 100 joules. 120 if you're in titanium mode. Your minimum atomizer resistance, which is in the joule mode, is 0.05 ohms when you're in joule mode. Your temperature control, you can go from 212 to 572 Fahrenheit or 100 to 300 Celsius. It's got nice contour to the body. The button placement is very, very nice. I like it. Where like even on the other one, you know, it's down here, and a lot of times it'll hit the inside of your hand. See what else you got onto here. It's got the 3-button design. You got the one here, and then your 2 up and down here. It does have the OLED screen, and which is, like I said, it is much bigger than in the IPV400. Also, it's a much bigger screen onto it. What else can I tell you about it here? Like I said, it does do temperature control. It's compatible with the Ni200, titanium, and stainless steel, which is 316 installed, but you also have TCR settings that you can put into here, and this will also support SX Pure heating elements, 0.4 ohm resistance. It'll go down to that low. It has the same kind of door as what was on IPV400. It's going to give you that slide and lock mechanism, and I know a lot of people complained about it, but you really kind of need it the way that this is designed, because you got to have that movement for different types of batteries, and also so you're able to lock that into place there. What else can I tell you onto this here? This has built-in low voltage protection, low resistance protection, high input voltage warning. It'll give you short circuit operation. It'll give you reverse battery protection, and it does have a, they're saying it is a gold-plated, spring-loaded 510. It is spring-loaded, and they say it's gold-plated. It looks kind of brass to me, but it does say it is gold-plated. And as you can see, I've been using it. You could see a little bit of the ring there where on the atomizer I've been using onto it. But overall, it's a nice solid mod. Let's throw some batteries into here, and then we'll go through some of the functions. I've got some brand new 25Rs I picked up. I just took them off the charger. Picked them up yesterday, and I threw them on charge when I went to work today. And when I got home, I grabbed them off in there, so we'll throw them in. And now your battery placement, it tells you here, has a positive and a negative right there, so just follow that sign. Put your battery in, pull that lock over, and now you're locked on. Turn this on, 5 clicks on. There's your Pioneer4You logo, IPV6X. And then when you hit the fire button, it's going to say check atomizer, because I don't have an atomizer onto there. But let's, if you want to get into the menu, 1, 2, 3, 4, there we go. System on. If you hit this way, it's going to say system off. If I hit the power button, well, it just shuts off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the. So on the 5th one, it's going to bring you in. Let me get back out. Exit on. Let's just do that. So when you're in the regular mode here, it'll show that you got your watts, your voltage, your ohms, and your I believe it's your output wattage going into, or output voltage. When you're in temperature control, you'll see that right there. So hit the button here 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It says system on. If you go this way or that way, it's going to make it go off, and then the system goes off. So press on to the next one. It has your mode, which is power or joules. Power or joules, and you can do it either way. So if you decide that you want to be in power, you would just get it to power, then you hit your fire button, and then it's going to show you the diversion Yeehigh SX330, and it doesn't matter if you go up or down, it's not going to change anything onto the rest of that. So click it again, it's going to say exit on, and now you're back into your regular menu. So now we'll go back in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we want to get into your power mode, into your joules. Now that you hit joule, you hit your fire button, it's going to bring you in. If you want Fahrenheit or Celsius, either one you hit, you would, doesn't matter, it's just going to flip to either one. So we'll go stay in Fahrenheit. And now your temperature, like I said, this will go from all the way up to 572 degrees, or it'll go all the way down to 212. That one. And it goes pretty quick. It picks up speed as it goes along. And like I said, this will go down to 212. It should stop right there. So now you're into 212. So, but I run it right around 460 degrees because I'm using stainless steel. It's really all I really use. So I'll bring it back up to where I normally have it. All right, now hit that, and now here it shows you that it's coil 316. SX Pure, manual TCR, Ni200, and titanium. Let's go back to your manual TCR. You would hit that, then you hit your fire button. As you can see, I was already in there playing around with the TCR, and you can change all that. And then it just goes, it only has just the one setting for it. Like on the IPV400, you have a couple different memory slots. This one only has the one. So then when you go to there, then you would hit your exit on, and now you're back into joules. And while we're in joules, let's throw a and what did I say though? Hang on, I don't know if I was in stainless steel or not. Well, it would have worked. So we got it as a 316 coil. Sorry about the blurriness there. I think I need to get new lights here, but we're into there, and now we're 69. I usually run it right around 75 joules. This will go all the way up to 120 joules, and all the way down to 10 joules. So once it gets to I think below 50 joules, it goes in 0.1, but there you go into there. And let's bring it back up to where I'm going to be running it, because I'm going to throw on my Freemax Star Pure tank, and that's got the 316 stainless steel into it. .70 joules. And with it being 28 across here, this is a 25 millimeter tank. Looks pretty slick as shit on there. Almost everything almost lines right up perfect with it. But as you can see now, like I said, this has got the setter for 316. After you get this into here, you hold down both the the plus and the minus, and it's going to set your resistance to what it is, and it was at 3.32. So now I can fire this. You'll hear it firing, but let's try that again. I want you to see what it does here. Dry coil, no liquid, because I got it untilted, so it's really kind of only sucking in a little bit. But if I let that sit there for a minute, It does exactly what it's supposed to do. So it works excellent, just the way it's supposed to work. Big thumbs up onto that. And like I said, if you compare it with other mods here, this is the 400, which I've already showed you a couple times. It's basically the same size overall on height and width. It's got a little bit of a shape difference onto it, but they both got that center. If you were to put it next to the Sigali J150, it's much taller, much more contour to your hand, where this one's more of a square block. This one's really comfort in your hand for left or right-handed person. This does have the, like I said, it does have the USB charger, and that's another thing I do want to show you. And even if you were to compare it next to the cuboid, it's a little bit shorter than a cuboid, but it's about the same in width that way and pretty close that way, so it's just a little bit shorter than a cuboid. But I wanted to show you here that when if you are charging this, it does have balanced charging. So once that's ended there, if you hit that, it'll tell you exactly what you have onto each battery. Let me get my cord up here. And it'll say battery 1 has got 4.11. Battery 2 has 4.15. If you come back in a few minutes, it balances out where it'll start charging this one to bring up the balance. So when it does it, so it does have the balanced charging onto it, and you can check it like I said. So that's really cool onto it also. So let me take a rip onto it, and we'll head up top. Alright, so welcome back up on top. So what you think of the IPV6? I've been using this now for a week. I really can't find any faults with it. I really can't. I get excellent battery life out of it. Everything I put onto it looks good. I mean, this is that Star Pure. This is the 25 millimeter, and I mean, you can do the 28 all the way up to a 28. I don't know if I'd go any bigger than a 25 though, because it just looks nice onto there. Where you got, this is the kind of a shiny black, then it's got this kind of gray with the other black onto it. I think it looks really sexy. No matter what you put onto it. I mean, I've ran so many different tanks, so many different atomizers onto it. Everything looks good onto it. It's just a sexy mod. It fits so comfortable in your hand. Like I was stressing it even with the other one where it just contoured to your hand. Again, Pioneer4You knocked it out of the park on this one here, in my opinion here. You know, it is 2 batteries. Does it really go to 210 watts? I mean, 215 watts? I don't know. I mean, it says it does. I don't have the equipment to say yes or no, but when I compare it to other mods that I try to hit, and when I hit it on my Rouleau or anything, it's very comparable to it. So I would say it's probably close, maybe 180. But I'm saying, you know, do you really need 200 watts anyways? But anyways, again, this was the the Pioneer4You 6X 215 watt mod. Thank you, Health Cabinet actually sent this over. Well, Pioneer4You sent it over to me, and then through healthcabinet.net. So thank you very much from both of you to send this over. And again, this was sent to me prior to August 8th. So I've had this, and like I said, I've been running it for a week, just trying it all out. And now that I've got it, you know, I've had it long enough where I can actually give my opinion. That's exactly what I'm doing. Like I said, it's got that little bit of a wonky, I guess if I could find something wrong, the wonky door on the bottom. But it really, in all reality, it really has to be that way, because it's got to be able to come up and over. And some batteries are a little bit longer, some whatever. But you got to be able to make sure you have enough room, and then it's still got to come up and then slide back into place. So you're gonna have to have that little bit of wonkiness. So the batteries, the buttons, no rattle. Everything is solid onto it. And like I said, it's just. This is, I'm running this, again, like I said, in the 70 joules, and I'm running it at 469 on the temperature, so Fahrenheit. So let me take a rip. And this tank from Freemax, the Star Pure, excellent tank. This is that one with the ceramic coil. I did the review onto it. If you haven't seen it, go back and check it out. But overall, this thing right here, excellent price. I mean, excellent mod. It's definitely This one right here is still going to go to work with me, but this one, I don't know. It has a little bit more form factor. I like this one a lot more. Definitely a lot more than like the new J150. It's kind of a square block. And, you know, I mean, the cuboid is nice, but I'm thinking this is probably a little bit lighter, and it's more contoured to your hand next to it, like I said. And then if you were to, you know, your other, you know, your Reloads or anything like that, those are going to be a lot more bulkier, but those have the 3 battery into it compared to 2. Again, I would definitely go out, and if I had to replace this, I definitely would go out and get it again because it's just that good. All right, people, again, thank you very much for watching, and again, thank you for healthcabin.net and Pioneer4You for sending this over. That's going to do it for tonight, folks, so until the next time, keep vaping.